Welcome to the Wisdom Tribe, Chosen One. If you are listening to this right now, it is not by coincidence. It is by divine appointment. You have been drawn here by the Spirit of God Himself, because this message carries something that belongs to you. You are not here by accident. You are here because heaven has already stamped you as chosen, set apart, and destined for greatness. Today's message is urgent and powerful. The next 72 hours will redefine your story. What is about to unfold is divinely orchestrated, and it will mark a turning point in your life. If you stay attentive, aligned, and ready to act, these days will usher in breakthroughs, answers, and supernatural shifts that you have been waiting for. Before we go any further, if your spirit is responding to this word, type 7 in the comments right now. That number is not random, it represents divine completion and alignment, the sign that God is finishing the hidden work in your life and is about to release your breakthrough. When you type it, you are declaring in faith that you are ready, chosen, and prepared to step into the new season God has orchestrated for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom Tribe, and make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, because the next 72 hours are divinely appointed to redefine your story in ways you never imagined. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The next 72 hours are divinely appointed. Chosen One. Hear this with your spirit. The next 72 hours are not ordinary hours. These are hours heaven has ordained, sealed, and prepared long before you ever reach this moment. You are stepping into a divine window of time where God is moving pieces faster, aligning paths with greater precision, and accelerating things that once felt stuck or distant. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration at its highest level. Heaven has placed a spiritual spotlight over your life. Angels are already moving, clearing obstacles, redirecting energy, and guiding you into positions you didn't even know you needed to be in. These next hours will be filled with signs, soft, subtle, powerful signs that will confirm God's hand is on your timeline. You will sense it in your emotions, in your dreams, in your interactions, and even in your environment. You will feel the atmosphere around you shift, as though something invisible is preparing you for what's coming. Chosen One, this is a sacred countdown. Every hour carries purpose, every moment holds meaning, every step is guided by divine intelligence. You may begin feeling restless, but not in a negative way. Restless as though your spirit is waking up to something new. You may feel unusually alert, introspective, or deeply aware of your surroundings. You may feel an urge to organize, clean, release old things, or distance yourself from certain conversations. This is spiritual alignment. God is clearing your space, internally and externally, to make room for the blessing that is coming toward you. Pay close attention to unusual encounters. Someone you haven't spoken to in a while may reach out. An opportunity you forgot about may reappear. Something you lost may be restored. A thought you ignored may suddenly feel urgent. A door you assumed was closed may quietly unlock. These are not coincidences. They are divine signals. Heaven is sending confirmations that the clock has started and that the shift is underway. God is turning your direction, influencing hearts, arranging meetings, and guiding decisions that will connect you to the next chapter of your destiny. And while everything around you begins to adjust, something inside you is awakening too. Old fears will feel weaker. Old wounds will feel lighter. Old discouragements will suddenly lose their grip. You are being spiritually upgraded, emotionally strengthened, mentally sharpened, and energetically aligned to handle what is about to enter your life. These next 72 hours will also reveal what no longer belongs in your life. People who cannot walk with you into your next level may suddenly distance themselves. Things that once drained you may fall away. Situations that once confused you may resolve on their own. God is protecting the purity of your path by removing anything that could interfere with your next breakthrough, chosen one. Heaven is whispering to your spirit, get ready. Be sensitive, stay available, stay aligned. Because something is coming, something orchestrated, something powerful, something perfectly timed. You are stepping into a moment where the natural and supernatural meet, where your preparation meets God's promise, where your faith meets heaven's release. These 72 hours hold a turning point, one that will redefine your story, shift your direction, and elevate your destiny in ways you couldn't imagine. Stand still. Stay aware. Walk boldly. Heaven is counting down, and your breakthrough is approaching with every passing minute. Chapter 2. Expect supernatural intervention. Chosen one, in the next 72 hours you must prepare your spirit for the kind of supernatural intervention that only heaven can orchestrate. These are not ordinary interventions. They are deliberate moves of God, designed to break cycles, overturn verdicts, reverse delays, and remove obstacles that have been standing in your way for far too long. What is coming will not make sense to the natural mind because it is being engineered in the spiritual realm where logic cannot interfere with divine purpose. There are situations in your life that have felt too heavy, too stuck, too complicated. Things you've prayed about, cried about, or quietly endured. You assumed these situations would take weeks, months, or even years to change. But God is saying, I am stepping into this myself. I am accelerating what you could not move. I am shifting what the enemy tried to freeze. Chosen one, when God intervenes, he does not need permission, perfect timing, or ideal circumstances. He moves quickly, quietly, powerfully, and the supernatural becomes the new normal. Expect things to turn suddenly. Expect answers to appear unexpectedly. Expect clarity to replace confusion. Expect divine speed where there was once stagnation. You will notice people showing up at the precise moment you need them. People with solutions, wisdom, support, or opportunities. You won't be able to explain why they came, why they reached out, or why they chose you. That is supernatural intervention. That is divine influence shifting hearts and aligning paths. You may receive news that instantly changes your direction. Good news that breaks long-held limitations or opens a door you thought was permanently locked. You may notice overdue blessings arriving without warning or long-awaited confirmations dropping into your spirit at the perfect time. And listen closely. Some interventions will come through removal. Some miracles will come through separation. Some blessings will come through redirection. If certain people distance themselves, if a plan suddenly falls apart, if a door unexpectedly closes, do not panic. That is still God intervening. Some things must be removed to protect what heaven is bringing next. Chosen one, heaven is also intervening in areas you can't see yet. You have no idea how many traps God has dismantled, how many dangers he has intercepted, how many unseen attacks he has blocked on your behalf. You won't know until later how close you were to something harmful, and how God stepped in without you ever noticing. Expect this. A supernatural calm replacing internal chaos, a divine green light where you once felt stuck, an overwhelming sense that something is shifting in your favor, a breakthrough moment that wipes away months of frustration. These interventions are not random acts, they are strategic, they are timely. They are heaven's response to your faithful endurance, your spiritual growth, and your obedience in seasons where nothing seemed to be happening. God has decided that this is the moment to act. This is the moment to intervene. This is the moment to reveal what has been taking shape behind the scenes. Chosen one, prepare yourself. Open your spirit. Stay attentive. Because in the next 3 days, you will witness supernatural movements that make it clear. Heaven is not just watching you, heaven is working for you. Chapter 3. Be ready to receive. Chosen one, understand this with your whole being. Receiving is a spiritual skill. And right now, heaven is training you to master it. These next 72 hours are charged with divine electricity, opportunities vibrating behind the veil, blessings waiting for your agreement, and spiritual instructions hovering over your life. But none of it can land, none of it can manifest, unless your spirit is in a posture of openness. Being ready to receive means more than simply wanting a blessing. It means being prepared for what comes with it. It means having the faith to accept what God sends, even if it looks different from what you expected. It means trusting that God's timing is not random and His methods are not accidental. It means clearing every block, every doubt, and every fear that says you are not ready. It means being willing to step into unknown spaces even when your mind tells you to stay safe. It means knowing that the weight of greatness is not a curse but a sign of preparation. Chosen one, God is about to place things in your hands that you once thought were too heavy for you. He is about to release opportunities that once felt out of reach. He is about to pour clarity into areas of your life that were once clouded by confusion, doubt, or delay. He is about to shift your relationships, your environment, and your very atmosphere in ways that will demand your attention. He is about to align circumstances, people, and moments so perfectly that only divine orchestration can explain it. But here's the truth many never understand. You cannot receive what you are not prepared to carry. You cannot walk through doors you are not ready to open. You cannot accept gifts you are not ready to value. You cannot step into your destiny while clinging to the past, fear, or old limitations. This is why God has been isolating you, stretching you, maturing you, pruning you, recalibrating your desires, detoxing your spirit, strengthening your discernment, teaching patience, refining your vision, building resilience. You did not know you had, removing distractions that seemed insignificant but were actually dangerous. All of it was preparation for what is about to enter your life. All of it was laying the foundation for your elevation, your breakthrough, and your shift. During these next 72 hours, expect your spirit to feel more sensitive. Expect your intuition to heighten. Expect your dreams to carry messages. Expect sudden urges to move, speak, silence yourself, or shift environments. Expect moments of restlessness that demand action. Expect moments of stillness that demand reflection. These are not emotional waves. They are divine directions. They are whispers from heaven guiding you toward what is already yours. Some of the blessings coming will appear in disguise. A conversation may look casual but carry destiny. A small idea may become a major breakthrough. A moment of silence may carry the instruction you've been praying for. A simple interaction may unlock a chain of events that leads to elevation. A door you did not see coming may open, and a person you underestimated may become your greatest ally. Chosen one, receiving requires you to slow down and listen. Look deeper than the surface, trust the divine timing of each moment, release the guilt of being blessed. Stop minimizing the greatness inside you. Let go of what God already told you to walk away from, clear your mind of expectation. And allow surprise, humble yourself to the process even when impatience rises. Recognize that every detail, no matter how small, is part of your instruction. It also requires obedience. Some doors will only open when you take the first step. Some blessings will only unfold when you act quickly. Some breakthroughs will require you to say yes even before you understand the full picture. Some moments will demand courage when your comfort is screaming no. Some opportunities will demand faith when reason screams doubt. God is not looking for perfection. He is looking for readiness. He is looking for vessels that are open, aligned, humble, and willing. He is looking for hearts that will carry blessings without fear, without complaint, and without delay. And that is why you are here. Because you are ready even if you don't feel ready. Chapter 4. The enemy will try to distract you. Chosen one, understand this clearly. Whenever God is about to move in your life, the enemy will increase resistance. He knows that your breakthrough, your elevation, and your divine alignment threaten his plans. He will intensify confusion, fear, doubt, and pressure in every area of your life. He will whisper lies, stir distractions, and attempt to shift your focus away from what God is orchestrating. But this is not a sign that you are failing. It is a confirmation that you are about to step into something greater than ever before. You may notice sudden thoughts of insecurity, fear about your next steps, feelings of inadequacy, distractions in relationships, work, or finances, delays that feel intentional, emotional storms that seem untimely. Do not be deceived by these appearances. These are all tactics designed to slow you down, shake your faith, and make you question your worthiness. The enemy wants you looking at the storm instead of the spirit. He wants you doubting your calling, questioning your purpose, and postponing your obedience. But here is the truth. Your breakthrough is not dependent on the enemy's tactics. Your victory is not contingent on circumstances. God has already positioned you for this moment. Your assignment is to remain focused, alert, and unwavering in your faith. The next 72 hours are sacred. Every encounter, every decision, and every opportunity carries spiritual weight. Your awareness and spiritual sensitivity are your weapons you are being called to. Recognize deception the moment it appears. Reject thoughts that do not align with God's promises. Resist fears that feel bigger than your faith. Discern between distraction and divine instruction. Remain still when chaos surrounds you. Pray, declare, and align yourself with heaven's timing. Expect the enemy to amplify what already exists in your life. Old wounds, unresolved conflicts, lingering doubts. He will try to exaggerate them, to make them appear as insurmountable obstacles. Do not allow him to steal your focus. Do not give him authority over your thoughts, your emotions, or your actions. Instead, anchor yourself in truth. Remember that God is your shield in moments of attack, your strength when you feel weak, your guide when the path seems unclear, your defender against every plan that seeks to harm you. Chosen one, the enemy can only distract you. He cannot stop what God has ordained. No force, no circumstance, and no person can prevent your divine timing. Stand firm in faith. Keep your eyes fixed on the Spirit of God and the promises He has placed in your heart. Stay prayerful, stay alert, and stay aligned. Distractions will come in many forms. Fear disguised as caution, delay disguised as wisdom, conflict disguised as correction, doubt disguised as reality, temptation disguised as opportunity. Do not engage with what is not from God. Learn to distinguish between the noise and the signal. The voice of God will always bring peace, clarity, and alignment, even in the midst of pressure. These next 72 hours will test your focus, your patience, and your spiritual resilience. You may be tempted to look back, to complain, or to give in to fear, but those who endure, those who remain vigilant, are the ones who will step into their divine moment fully prepared. Chosen one, this is your call to spiritual alertness. Guard your mind, protect your heart, and walk in obedience. When distractions rise, remember that God is bigger, stronger, and already ahead of every obstacle. Do not let the enemy steal your breakthrough. Stand firm, keep moving, stay aligned. Your divine moment is coming, and nothing can stop it. Chapter 5. Action will amplify your breakthrough. Chosen one, hear this with unwavering clarity. God moves, but He also expects you to move. Divine timing is perfect, but God's blessings often require a response from you, a step, a word, a decision, a movement of faith, or a shift in your environment. What you do in these hours, whether it is making a call, sending a message, stepping into an opportunity, or saying yes to a new path, will multiply the blessings prepared specifically for you. Even the smallest act of obedience carries enormous spiritual weight. A single word spoken in faith can trigger a chain reaction of miracles. A quiet yes spoken in courage can unlock doors that were previously invisible. A decision that feels insignificant today may become the defining moment of your story. Tomorrow, God honors motion, and He accelerates the lives of those who act when the Spirit prompts them. Your faith-filled action during this time will accelerate your story faster than anything you could have planned or imagined. But you must be deliberate, intentional, and courageous. The hour demands boldness, not hesitation. Waiting for perfect conditions is a strategy the enemy uses to delay your breakthrough. The moment of action is the moment of alignment. Do not underestimate the power of obedience. God can multiply what you give. He can expand the results of what you start. One phone call, one conversation, one step into the unknown, one prayer spoken with conviction, one investment of your time or resources can become the catalyst for a major shift in your life. One yes can create 1,000 opportunities. One act of faith can trigger an entire season of favor. Understand that inaction can stall blessings, just as much as disobedience can. Opportunities prepared for you may not always knock twice. God may send the right person, the right message, or the right door to your life in this very season. And if you hesitate, the window may close. But when you respond promptly, faithfully, and with courage, the supernatural joins with the natural to bring rapid acceleration. This is why preparation alone is not enough. Your readiness, your spiritual alignment, and your openness are vital, but they must be paired with action. God works through your hands, your feet, your words, and your choices. He works through your willingness to step out of comfort and into His plan. He works through your courage to obey even when the path is unclear. Expect that some steps will feel uncomfortable. Some choices will stretch you. Some doors will demand trust before you understand the full picture. Some opportunities will test your faith, patience, and endurance. But every act taken in obedience is a signal to heaven that you are ready to receive and ready to walk in increase. Remember these truths. A small decision in faith can create a chain reaction of divine opportunities. Immediate action signals readiness to heaven and unlocks acceleration. Faith without action is incomplete. Action without faith is ineffective. Together, they release God's power. Your courage to act, even in uncertainty, amplifies every blessing waiting to manifest. Your willingness to step forward activates what has been spiritually prepared. The faster you move in alignment with God's voice, the quicker blessings will land in your life. Chosen one, the next hours are sacred. Move with intention, step with courage, speak with faith. Respond to the Spirit without delay. Every action you take is multiplying what heaven has already set in motion. Every word you speak in faith opens the door to your next level. Every step you take in obedience is a lever that lifts your blessings into manifestation. Do not wait for others to act. Do not wait for every circumstance to be perfect. Do not let fear, doubt, or indecision keep you in the place of waiting. Your obedience in motion activates the supernatural. Your faith-filled steps bring heaven closer to earth. Your willingness to act is the lever that will lift the blessings already prepared for you. Lift your hands in faith. Take the first step, the next step, and the step after that. Speak the words God places in your heart. Move toward the doors He opens. Every choice, every act, every moment of faith is multiplying what He has already set in motion. Chapter 6. Generational impact will be revealed. Chosen one, listen closely. The shifts happening in your life are not only for you, they are for your family, your descendants, and generations yet unborn. The breakthroughs, alignment, and favor you receive are not contained in the moment. They ripple outward, touching every part of your lineage and establishing a foundation that will endure for years. What God is releasing in these next 72 hours is not just personal blessing. It is generational elevation. The prayers you have prayed, the sacrifices you have made, and the seasons of preparation you have endured are all coming together now to rewrite the story of your bloodline. The victories that appear in your life will break cycles of limitation, remove spiritual strongholds, and uproot patterns of struggle that have lingered for decades. Your obedience, your faith, and your willingness to receive are the instruments heaven is using to shift the future of your family tree. Understand this, chosen one. Your breakthrough is not temporary. It is not fleeting. It is a foundation for legacy. The abundance, peace, clarity, and divine influence that God is releasing through you will echo through your generations. Your children, grandchildren, and even the generations yet unborn will inherit the favor, wisdom, and spiritual authority you are receiving now. Doors that were closed for years will open. Opportunities that were previously unavailable will now be within reach. Favor that once seemed random will become the norm in your family line. The enemy knows the weight of this season. That is why resistance may intensify. He will attempt to distract, discourage, and deceive you. He will want you to focus only on the moment, ignoring the eternal impact of your actions. But you must remember, your alignment is larger than your circumstances. Your faithfulness is writing a new future. Every step you take, every word you speak, and every act of obedience has the potential to break chains that have held your family back for generations. The next 72 hours will reveal signs of this generational shift. You may witness doors opening where there were none. You may experience unexpected favor in relationships, finances, or spiritual matters. You may see reconciliation, healing, and restoration take place in areas that were once hopeless. These are not coincidences. They are God's intentional work through you, a direct hand of heaven rewriting your lineage. Chosen one, understand that your responsibility is profound. You are not only walking into your own destiny, you are carrying the destiny of your bloodline. Your spiritual growth, your discipline, and your readiness to receive are all part of a divine strategy to secure the future for those who come after you. This is why every action, every step of obedience, and every prayer matters more than ever. Your decisions today are the roots that will anchor generations. Your faith is the blueprint that will protect your descendants. Your breakthrough is the legacy that will redefine what is possible for your family. Do not minimize the impact of what is happening. What may feel small in your eyes is monumental in heaven's perspective. What you perceive as personal gain is actually a generational inheritance. Your blessings will not be yours alone. They will multiply, expand, and circulate through your lineage, creating cycles of abundance, influence, and favor that were previously inaccessible. Chosen one, open your heart to the magnitude of this moment. Step boldly into your breakthrough. Receive with humility, faith, and gratitude. Speak life over your family, over your descendants, and over the legacy you are establishing. Declare that generational chains are broken, that cycles of lack are ending, and that abundance, peace, and divine favor are now flowing freely through your bloodline. The next 72 hours are sacred. They hold the power to shift cycles, break generational chains, and establish a legacy of abundance, peace, and divine influence that will echo for years. Chapter 7. Step into faith and witness the shift. Chosen one, this is not just another moment in your life. This is a divine appointment that heaven marked long before you even knew you would need it. This is the hour where your faith becomes a living force, where your spirit becomes the compass guiding you into what God has already written for you. You are standing on holy ground, spiritually positioned between what used to hold you back and what is now calling you forward. This is the turning point where fear must bow, where doubt must dissolve, and where hesitation must surrender to divine certainty. Right now, heaven is leaning in. Angels are being dispatched. Pathways are being cleared. What you speak, what you believe, and what you expect are shaping the next steps of your destiny. Declare it boldly, not as a wish, but as a reality already unfolding. I am ready, I am aligned. I am stepping into God's divine timing. I am prepared for the greatness prepared for me. Your words are unlocking doors, shifting atmospheres, and aligning your spirit with the supernatural. In the next 72 hours, you will witness small signs that carry massive spiritual meaning. Moments that confirm you are no longer where you were. You will feel a shift inside you, like a release of old weight, old fears, and old mindsets. You may suddenly feel lighter, more aware, more spiritually sensitive. This is not random. This is heaven preparing you for elevation. New opportunities will appear that you didn't chase. Unexpected messages will arrive that guide you. People who were meant to assist your next step will show up at the exact time they are needed. What was hidden will be revealed, and what was delayed will suddenly be set into motion. Chosen one, you are not just walking into a blessing. You are walking into a season of divine acceleration. Things that would have taken months will take days. Situations that once felt stuck will start moving. Conversations that needed to happen will unfold effortlessly. The supernatural hand of God will push you forward in ways that leave even you in awe. And every shift, every sign, every moment of clarity will testify that this chapter of your life is heaven authored. The chapters you are about to live are not ordinary. They carry weight, power, and purpose. They will inspire others, silence your doubts, and make even your enemies acknowledge that God's hand is on your life. Every tear you cried, every battle you endured, every sacrifice you made was preparing you for this moment. This is not the season where you shrink. This is the season where you rise, chosen one. Remember this truth deep in your spirit. These 72 hours are sacred. God is moving pieces behind the scenes that you cannot yet see. He is aligning situations, softening hearts, opening doors, and positioning you for impact. Your obedience, your awareness, and your willingness to trust Him will determine how fully you step into this divine transformation. Expect sudden blessings. Expect breakthroughs to appear out of nowhere. Expect the unexpected, because heaven is not operating on earthly logic. It is operating on divine purpose. Walk boldly, speak boldly, move boldly. This is your moment, and nothing can delay what God has already released on your behalf. Step forward with confidence, chosen one. Your breakthrough is not on the way, it is already in motion, and these next 3 days will reveal exactly how powerful, protected, and chosen you truly are.